All right. Hey everyone, what's up? Today we are back with some more Weiss Schwarz pack opening stuff. I have a full case. Probably won't be opening the entire case. I'm going to save a couple to open off stream with some friends again. But we have the case. We got, with the case, we get a playmat. We got some promotion, tournament store assist PR packs. That's going to be interesting. Something that Blue Archive didn't come with. And then I also have a trial deck display to open. So we're gonna get most of that done. I think I'm probably gonna set aside 3 or 4 boxes to open with friends. So we're gonna open 20 boxes. We're gonna open 6 trial decks and whatever PR packs that the case came with. So yeah, without any further ado, let me go and set up our camera stuff. Okay, you all set up. And then you turn on. There we go. All right, so this is gonna be the playmat that comes with the case. Very nice. Has our main trio cast. Let me open this up real quick. Very nice. Alrighty. So yeah, here's our new NIKKE playmat. And to go along with it, in addition to that, we have 8 tournament assist PR packs. So these cards are going to be actually quite rare, since I believe each pack requires you to buy 3 boxes at a designated store. Yeah, very nice. Let's do the same thing that we did last time. Push the cards to the bottom of the packs and then cut them open. I feel like tearing it is a little bit scary. Oh, look at that. Look at that foiling. Very nice. It's more like a goldish foiling rather than the silver foiling that a lot of the SR cards come with. Yeah, very nice. We got Class Clown Anis. I still don't feel comfortable because tearing it down this way, you tear like into the card. Feels just very scary to me. Whereas this way, I can pretty confidently keep the card intact. Not in any danger. We got Dorothy, Nostalgia. So this one has the very silverish shine to it compared to the Anis one. The Anis one has a more golden shine to it. I wonder if that's because of their color identity. So like the Dorothy one, since she's blue, will have that silvery one. All right, and then our next one have Noir Black Rabbit, also in that silverish foiling. I assume there shouldn't be duplicates from the PR pack, and there are 10 different PR cards. So we should get most of them. We'll be missing 2. We have Pursuit of Firepower Neon. Very nice. Move these These are not centered. Ah, good enough. Good enough. So these are going to be my first, like, I would say they're kind of like full arts, where the text doesn't have the bordering that a lot of like cards usually do. We have spring cleaning soda. Yeah, if I pull out the blue archive card quick, you can see that they have this kind of white background for all the text, whereas these PR ones do not. It looks quite nice, although it is a little hard to read. But the visuals more than make up for it. Alright, we got Noise, Classic Diva. One of the, I think this was actually the first super rare character that I rolled when I actually played the game. Unfortunately, just picked up too many gacha games and had to drop some of them, and NIKKE was one of the games that ended up getting dropped. We have Snakebite Viper. Very nice. And we get one more, our very last one. And we get Blanc White Rabbit to go with the Nor Black Rabbit. Very nice. I would assume that Rappy would be one of the PRs that we're missing, and I'm not sure who the other one would be. But yeah, very nice. This is going to go into the PR card collection. One of the very few PRs that I have now that I've also started going to IRL events. I don't know if I ever ended up showing them on stream. A couple of the PR cards I got from tournament participation. Okay. Let me grab a page. Let's put this for my Hololive cards. Yeah, okay. Go slot these in. So someone actually recommended something that I'll probably look into is to get perfect sleeves for all of the rarer cards. So like the these PR cards definitely get sleeved and then put into the binder on top of being sleeved, just for that little bit of extra protection. So that'll probably be something that I look into, just to keep the cards a little bit safer. Yeah. Very nice page of our PR cards. That into the binder. And then I'm going to pull out a couple of extra pages for any extra stuff for all of our SPs, SP Plus rarity cards that we will hopefully be opening in just a second. However, before we get to our pack openings, we're actually first going to open our trial deck display. So we're going to get 6 trial decks here. Unfortunately, I don't believe that that guarantee. I think it's you have to get 6 displays to guarantee a signed card. I think that's what their rates are. Yes. It should give me a couple of playsets of the trial deck cards, which is what I'm so I can build a couple of the decks, run multiple of them. I go ahead and open it and look at that. Very nice. We have our Rappy finisher on display right there. Go and tape on the sides, so I got to slice that off real quick. So we'll look through the first trial deck, this just to see what cards are in there. Just read a couple of the effects, and then for the other 5, we'll just be checking out what our foil card is. Go and pull that out. Open up our back. All right. Slide off this plastic ring. So we have our Warhead Volley Rappy. So this is our level 3 finisher. So in her climax, let's see. It is ditch 1 to heal into stock, which is pretty nice. Pay 2, drop 1. Climax combo to do 1 to your opponent 2 times. Okay. Pretty interesting. We got AK Missile Privati. Let me look. Oh, okay. For a second, it kind of looked like the text was a little bit bolder than usual. But, so this is our trial deck Brainstormer. We have the Honest. The Honest is supposed to be really good. It's one of the few no cost cards to have a soul trigger on it, meaning that it gives you a little bit of extra damage. Coin Rush's Poster Girl Blanc. Busy Bee Yulha. Love Returned Admi. We have Coin Rush Poster Girl Noir. Snow Queen Ludmilla. This is our back row assist. Elysium Alice. No backups is a pretty interesting effect. So Blue Archive does not have an effect like that. So a lot of these effects are going to be new. We have our Firepower, Neon. Then we have, this is supposed to be a very strong event. The light reflected in her eyes. So this will let you rest an opposing character. At the cost of sacking one of your characters, but especially into decks that do restand effects on attack. This is extremely strong. We have the No Collar ID Climax. We have our reds. Holy Prayer Rapunzel. This is an assist, hand encore or assist character. We have a Honed Sword Skill Scarlet. This is another one of the trial deck cards that is extremely good. Gives filtering. Is used in almost all of the NIKKE decks I've seen so far. We have Puritanical Pilgrim Snow White. Altruism Emma. Angelic Smile Dorothy. So this is going to be our level 1 climax combo. Look it up to 5, choose 1. Kind of similar to Izuna from the Blue Archive set, where it's a top check 5, but instead of dropping a character, it has a character. Instead of dropping a character and having an experience requirement, this one has a character requirement and no cost, but only picks 1 up instead of 2. We have Turning the Tide Yunhua. Bang on the Battlefield Red Hood. We have our level 2 backup, Justifiable Defense Vesty. Okay, and then our other level 3 off finisher, which is New World Modernia. She allows you to play an extra character from hand, which is pretty nice, and has an Icy Tail effect for that extra damage into Oppression deck. Right, and then we have all of our singles, and then we have our triple rare for this pack, or for this trial deck, which is AK Missile Privati. Foil version of our Brainstormer. Very nice. Alright. Now, we'll get the bring back on. And this back in for me to sort through later. Alright, so that's our first one. Alright, we have our second deck. So for these ones, let's pull them out. Two, 3, 4, 5. For these ones, we're just going to check what the last card is, just to see what foils we get for our collection. Maybe I should open my window. The room is starting to get a little bit warm. Of the computer running and everything. Alright, I'm gonna slide off ring. We're gonna flip this back card. Have boom. Ooh, we have the no color ID climax in foil. Very nice. Unfortunately, I don't think any of the decks that I'm planning on running right now use the Rappy finisher, but nonetheless, a very pretty climax, especially since it has the main trio, who are characters that I'm more familiar with and bigger fan of since they were around when they were in the base game when I played it. Get this back in place. Then I think the climax foils generally tend to be a little bit on the less expensive end when compared to the character. All right. Trial deck number 3. Let's open. Back, same thing. Slide off. Ring. And flip over the back. And boom. Puritanical Pilgrim Snow White. Very nice. This is a runner. Beginning of your opponent's attack phase, if this card is in the middle position of your center stage, you can move it to an open position of your center stage. Nice. Another character that I don't think sees much play competitively. Although I do believe I've seen at least one deck that runs it. Although that might be the one in the base set, not the trial deck. Let's check that later. Oh, and then I do have some other stuff. I got some Scarlet card sleeves, or when I actually build the deck, I will be using, and those ones are quite nice. I'm pretty excited for that, to use those. Okay, deck number 4. To flip it over to the back again and reveal. Ooh, New World Modernia. So this is a card that is used in actually quite a few of the decks that I'm planning on playing. This is very nice. Getting the foil version of that. Very nice. That's exciting. Not one of the super rare signed cards, but very good pull nonetheless. I imagine that'll probably be the best card from this. Unless I believe the Scarlet one. There's a signed variant of the Scarlet one? I can't recall. Yeah, Scarlet would be the other one that I'm looking for. So Scarlet is the one in the base set, has the foiled that I want the most, the signed one, because the art just looks sick. All right, and for deck number 5, we have as our foil To Elysium Alice. Very nice. This is our no backup, or no event, no backup card. Nice. I believe the base set has a level 3 variant of her that has the same effect as a continuous aura. No, it's a different aura. It's sorry. There's a level 3 variant that puts any reverse cards on top of your opponent's deck. That's a very interesting effect. Just rigging extra damage for your opponent. All right, and then we have our very last trial deck here. All right, let's hope we hit something. All right, and our very last trial deck foil is going to be, boom, Coin Rush's Poster Girl Noir. A vanilla card, so no text on it. Actually makes it look quite nice. Although also a card that doesn't seem to be getting much play. Although her standard variants do get a decent amount of play. There's some very interesting shot decks with her, one of which I am planning on trying. But yeah, that's going to do it for our trial decks. Some pretty good foil pulls, especially with that Modernia one. That one is very big. Very big pickup. Heal you back up. We'll go sort through those cards later to put into our card binder. And let's get started with the stars of the show. Actual boxes. So once again, I'm gonna have to cut open these boxes. Someday I'm gonna like not be fully paying attention and I'm accidentally gonna cut into a box or something. Why are you not pulling apart well? No. All right, our very first box of the day, or of the night, I guess now. We have our going first. I believe these are just going to be the climax arts. This one, the framing is a little bit weird. I feel like they has shifted it up just slightly, or I guess shifted art just a little bit lower. Feel a little bit nicer. Yeah. Still very nice going first. We'll leave those on the side to into our box or our binder later. Let's pull out all of our packs. Another 12. So, check. So in our normals, we have 12 different double rares, 28 different rares, 30 different uncommons, 30 different commons, and 15 different climaxes. And for the parallel foil variants, we have 5 secret rare pluses. We have 4 triple R pluses. We have 9 SSPs. We have 40 SPs. We have 15 different triple rares, and then we have 100 different super rares. Cool. And that's all of the important information. Good to know. So I believe this should be similar to the Blue Archive case hit rate, where we are going to hit a total of 3 SP or above cards, or sorry, SP? Yeah, SP or above cards in the entire case, and then each box should have 3 SR or above rarity cards. Without further ado, let's hop into our very first booster pack. All right, so we have Colossal Single Cell Ether, commons. Miracle of Makeshift Stove, also a common. Boom Install Eleg. And then we have an uncommon. I believe this should also follow the Blue Archive pattern, where our fourth card, our fourth card is a flex slot. So it'll be anywhere from uncommon to, this would be where our SPs and stuff show up in the back. The Death Scythe Haron. Double Boost Leader. Sprint Folkwang. Mika Snow Buddy. Wow, that's a very pretty art. And then Accelerate is another effect that was not in the Blue Archive set, so I've got to learn that. And then our climax is going to be Miracle Snow. Very nice. Let's make different piles for all of our cards for right now, just to keep everything relatively sorted for when we want to put it in the binder later. All right, for pack number 2, starting off with Troubleshooter Sugar, Emergency Signal, Sparkling Accessory Naga. Ooh, and this is a foil. Your first SR. Pravati, Unkind Maid. So this is another card that has a very interesting effect. So this one has, if there's a climax in your climax area, this card in all of your zones gets the shot trigger icon. So a very interesting card for a shot-based deck. All right, so this is going to be our first foil from the boosters. We have Grumpy Cat Narrow. Chastisement D. And then for our rare, we have Realization Marian. And then our climax is See You Again. Some of my favorites. We got Rappy and Arnis and Helm. I believe Helm was she the first event that the game had? She was one of the first events, I believe, in the game. Yeah, getting her was actually quite hard for me. My pull luck was pretty bad for NIKKE. We have the Great Escape Quincy, Partisan Protocol Exia, Remember Me Delta. And then we have our first double rare, Rupee Winter Shopper. So this is going to be this climax combo right here. So when it's placed in your climax area, reveal the top card of your deck. That card is a NIKKE character, put it into your stock. And then you choose one of your characters, and that character gets plus 1k. So this is a stock combo. She also has Brainstorm, and she only hits bars on Brainstorm. Interesting. That's the first time I've seen that. All the other Brainstorms are just climaxes. This one specifies it has to be a bar climax. Ooh. A very nice event here. The Piercing Red Fang. We have the Golden Ship event. You do not have a NIKKE character can't be played. Choose one of your characters and that character gets the following ability. Card can't be reversed. And you choose an enemy character in battle. Character gets the following ability. This card cannot deal damage to a player. Interesting. So high cost level 3 damage prevention. And then we have Helm Aquamarine. Helm, one of the first event characters that I ended up pulling for. And you have the Overzone with, I believe that's Dorothy. Very, very nice character design on Dorothy. Big fan. Big fan of Dorothy. All right. We have Burning Scourge Nihilister. We have the Drake Special Drake. Mealtime Aid, or I think that's how you would say that. Aid? Ade? our second double rare, Red Wolf, Red Hood. This is a very funny card. So this is a Brainstormer. But also has a pay one, ditch one. If you're level 3, you deal 50 damage to your opponent. Which I mean is never going to stick. So hard to see when the deal 50 would actually be useful, but it is very funny that it's a deal 50. We have the Class Clan Anis, so we have the PR version of that. And we have the base version now as well. You Mad Bro Noah. Love Kusogakis. Ludmilla Winter Owner. This is a one-of card in a lot of the meta decks. So that's pretty exciting. And then we have the Cherry Blossom Climax. Standby one. Standby decks are a deck that I want to try a little more of. The Blue Archive one was too difficult for me to pilot. My brain could not handle it. So I had to give up and switch to a different one. Currently running the Izuna Arias Squad deck. So we have CIWS Anchor. This is like pretty much an Octar Lane character. We have BDG Uni. Sonic Chaser Isabel. Case Closed Novel. Strawberry Shock Diesel. This is the character I started the game for. He has that kind of basic One-san vibe. I don't know. It's very definitely a lot more my taste before. I think my tastes have changed since then. Just a little. De Capo Aria. And our rare is 7 Dwarves, 1 Snow White. So this is a you drop a pants trigger climax. When your climax with pants and its trigger icon triggers, you may pay the cost, which is ditching a pants icon climax. If you do, you choose one character in your waiting room, return to your hand, and choose one of your characters. Interesting. Another effect that Blue Archive doesn't have any was dropping specific climaxes, or just any climax dropping effects. And then we have Victory to Humanity. This is the first shot icon climax that we've had. Blue Archive does not have any shot climax card. So very interesting. Definitely a mechanic that I would like to play with. Just having more options is always nice. We have Victory is Mine Milk. Laplace Buster Laplace. A Teacher's Grace Marciana. I definitely like her design. And then our second SR, we have Double Boost Leader. She was one of the best characters on launch. We have Gotcha and Guilty. Kind of reminds me of Noise. We have Kotodama Words of Power Maiden. R&D Shot Dola. And then we have ACPU Freeze with Poli. Front and center. Poli was another character that I ended up using a lot of in NIKKE because I was running a shotgun team. So her and like Sugar. Yeah, ended up using a lot of them. We have Sonic Chaser Isabelle again. I believe we're getting some dupes now. Emergency Signal again. Oh wait, these are commons. These do not go in the uncommon pile. Victory's My Milk. Yeah. We have the normal version of Privati Unkind Maid. So unlike the Blue Archive set, the SRs are just they have the same art as the double rares and are just in foil. So a little bit less exciting in that regard. We have Death Scythe Harun. We have Kill the Lord. This is a brainstorm event, which is very interesting. And then we have Snakebite Viper, another one of the early Climax combo cards. And we have the Made in Valentine Climax. All right. So 5 more, and we pulled 2 out of our 3 SR and above cards. We've got Fair and Square Morin. Very nice design there. The Great Escape Quincy, another dupe. Gonna start to hit a lot of dupes of the commons. Laplace. Ooh, and then there is our SR, and I believe this one is actually an alternate art. There is, yeah, so you have her base version and an alternate art version of her in her SR. With a very nice camera angle right there. So yeah, that is going to be all 3 of our SRs for this box. Very nice. We have the Piercing Red Fang event, which I believe we already got one. My Word, My Bond Soline. Don't think we had that one yet. Then Blanc White Rabbit. So this is one of the shot cards, I believe. No, not this one. I'm looking for the level 3 one. Is part of the combo that I'm looking for. And then the New Year, New Sword for Scarlet. The character that I want to get the foil for the most. All right, so 4 more packs, and unlikely to be getting any, or sorry, not unlikely, and no SR or above cards in these ones. They're just filling out our rare and double rare slots now. Another Naga, Drake, Tove, Memories of Blue Butterflies N102. I believe this is a new one that we haven't actually pulled yet. Nice. We have the Terrorist Crow, another one that we haven't gotten yet. Powering Up Miranda. Garden of Shangri-La Rapunzel. A rare. And then Dazzling Cupid. A Climax. Naga and Tia. Very nice. Yeah, a lot of these, I'd say like maybe half of the characters are ones I don't super recognize because I've been playing. Like I've seen some of them, like a lot of the recent ones like Elig and stuff. I've seen because I've been watching some other people play NIKKE occasionally, but I won't recognize a lot of the we have Safe 50/50 Epinel. I believe that's new. Penetrating Stare Query. Words Can Kill Sin. Start Construction Senti. Ooh. And then we have Nostalgia Dorothy. We love Dorothy. Look at that. Look at her design. She's pretty much Mika. He's NIKKE Mika. We have Pierce Shot Maxwell. We have, To My Greatest Friends Red Hood. One of the very nice special art rares. And then we have one of the most used Maxes, Bow Wow Paradise. This is the meta JP deck right now, is running this standby. Funnily enough, I'm used to running 4 of the standby, 4 of their associated Climax character, whereas that deck actually only runs 2 of the associated Climax character. Very interesting. We have another copy of Morin. We have Climax Julia. We have a Neon Blue Ocean. We have Lizard's Protection Tia. Card cannot side attack. Interesting. You are a double rare. We have Annoying Frima. Roar Nev. Oh, and there we go. The Bow Wow Paradise associated character card. Walk Training Biscuit. So this is just a burn 4. Very hard to get the burn 4s to stick usually. And we have the first affection for the Modernia combo. All right, and our very last pack. We have, the Goddess of Victory event. Really like that stained glass window. The foil version of this also looks extremely nice. We have Turn Up the Volume. She was one of the big clip farmers on the launch of the game with her physics. We have Professional Maid Leader Coco. We have another Dorothy. Always use more Dorothys. Double Boost Leader. One of my favorite launch characters. Fat Cat Yan. He had a very nice voice. And we have Model Senior Student Ray. Very cute. Look at those penguins. And Blue Water Island. Unfortunately, I don't think I really recognize, I forget what her name is. She's the medic character, I think. And this is a bag trigger. You may put the top card of your deck into your stock. So this is like bar, right? No, it's not like bar because you don't put this in hand. So this is like double stock rather than bar, which is draw 1 or pretty much draw itself and then stock. Interesting. All right. We got our 2 normal art SRs, 1 alternate art SR. Very nice. Rest of you. Get to sorting that later. Oh, we're gonna have so many cards that we need to sort through. For now, though, we'll just leave you on the side and take care of you later. All right. We're about an hour in. Should be okay, though. Should start going a little bit faster since we've seen a lot of the common, uncommon cards now. Speeding through it a little. Since we have a lot more climax, or a lot. Sorry, I was gonna say we have a lot more climaxes. I think it's the same number as Blue Archive. Blue Archive might have had slightly fewer. Right. I actually don't remember. Can't recall. Brain doesn't work properly. Alright. We have another going first. Very nice. So that's 2 going first, with no going seconds yet. Alright. Pack number 1. We got Isabel. Ooh, I see I think it's double rare foiling in the back right there. We have Signal, Milk, Maiden, Aron, Leader. I was wrong, it's just normal rare. Ludmilla, Winter Owner, and the New Year, New Sword Climax. So yeah, mostly getting dupes. Although rares and double rares, we should still have a decent number of new cards. Volume, Coco, dupe double rare, Tia, Maxwell, Fixing Red Fang, Realization Marion. Ooh, this is a new one. Red Ash with Red Hood. Very nice. Okay, pack number 3. Quincy, Xia, Delta, Anchor, Soline, Mihara. This is new. Not gotten this one yet. Very nice. Red Hood and Maiden Valentine. So I believe we're still missing a couple of the climax events. We have the D-side one, and we have the Blanc and Noir one as well that we're missing. Emergency signal, other Naga, happen now. And then our first climax parallel, first affection for that Modernia. We have the Terrorist Crow, Alice Sweet Home, and Miracle Fairy. And then the Victory to Humanity climax. I believe we already got one of. I can't recall now. All right, so 2 more SR pluses to go. We have Naga, Drake, Tove, another Unkind Maid Pravati. So in addition to her parallel variant, I believe this makes it 3. We have Folkwang, Grumpcat Narrow, Dola. There we go. And here's the D Outsiders climax. Funnily enough, since we have 3 of the Pravati one now, I think there's still a couple of double rares that we haven't even pulled 1 copy of. That's a little bit funny. We have Memories of Blue Butterflies and 102. who I believe is the same character as in Miracle Fairy. So that kind of character transformation is quite cute. Morin, Julia, Neon Blue Ocean. I think we had one copy of that. Chastisement D. Uncommons. Dorothy, Mika, Snowbody. I believe we already have a copy of that. Oh, and here we go. The Blanc Noir Climax. Bunny X777. The bar. It's the Asuna and Karin combo. Got another Tove, another Eleg, Sugar, Vendetta Rosanna. I believe this is a new card that we haven't seen yet. Tricky Bomber Bellorta. I believe also another card that we haven't seen yet. Diesel. Lion's Heart Leona. Interesting. A very sad wolf, I think is what that is, or not entirely sure. Alright, and then we have the Overzone with Dorothy. Try to keep these mostly strained out. 5 more packs. Still looking for 2 more of the SR or higher cards. We have Nihilister, Drake, Aid, Milk, Prima, Noah, Sail Through the Tempest Mast. This is just Marine. Okay, and then the First Affection Climax, non-foil this time. Another Nihilister, Exia, Odd Aid, Quincy, Aria. I'm gonna have to resort through all these again later because my brain is not sorting them properly right now. Anise, another copy of Aquamarine Helm, and another See You Again. Alright, so in these next 3 packs, we do have 2 of our parallels. Maybe do our 50-50 gambles again. Alright. Laplace, Marciana, Ether. Ooh, look at that. We have an SR alternate art Drake. I believe this would be her burst animation. I believe that's what alternate arts for a lot of the characters will be. It will be their burst animation. We have Sugary Desserts Tia. This is also, I believe, a card that we have not gotten yet in the common slot. This one also has great performance, which is an effect that I think only one of the characters in Blue Archive had. Like a taunt, which is very interesting. Kill the Lord event. Here we are, Scarlet Flash Scarlet. Fortunately, this variant of Scarlet does not see much play from what I've seen, but just look at her. This is like probably like peak character design for me. I have a thing for like sword characters, I think. And we have Blue Water Island. Alright, so last 2 of this box, and it's going to be 50-50. One of them will have the SR, one of them will not. Which one will it be? think we were 100% last time on the Blue Archive boxes. Alright, let's go with this one. This one will be no hit. Early. We have Marciana, Epinel, Eleg. Looks like I was right. We have Naga. This is our double rare. I believe this is the first copy of this one that we've had. We have Noah, Guilty, and another copy of Snow White, and the Bow Wow Paradise. I was right. We have a parallel pack as our last pack here. I'm getting very good at gambling. All right. We have to start with Uni, Isabel, Novel, and then what is our parallel here? Is same art, just foil variant of Guilty. There we go. We have Police. Ooh, this is a new one. Rappy Classic Vacation. This is another card that shows up in a lot of the decks that I'm planning on playing. We have Blanc White Rabbit. And Dazzling Cupid again. Very nice. So similar to the first box, we ended up with two parallels that have the same art as their non-parallel variant, and we have one parallel that is an alternate art. So I wonder if that is how this one is structured. We'll check. If our third box is the same, I think we can assume that that is the case. All right. Box numero 3. Making good time with that case. Hoping that opening the case doesn't take too long, because I still need to actually build the decks and sleeve the cards and sort them into storage and everything after, which will also take quite a while. Assuming a couple hours minimum for like just sorting and documentation. We have the Bow Wow going second card. So these going first, going seconds, hopefully when I'm making the decks, it'll line up where I can have the corresponding going first, going seconds. All right, box number 3, pack number 1. We have Anchor, Volume, Thin, Delta, Alice, Kia, Neon, Climax. Another shot climax combo. Or if a climax with shot and its trigger icon is in your climax area, this card and in all of your other zones gets the shot icon trigger. Just making a deck with like every card having shot might be interesting, although I doubt it would be that good. Victory, Volume, Coco, Leader. I should probably keep this as in the center of camera as we can. Yeah, so all the climaxes at this point are going to be dupes, I think. As well as the commons and uncommons, and then I think we are still missing a decent number of the rare. Julia, Sugar, Novel. This is the first that we've gotten of this one. This is Ani's Sparkling Summer, level 1. Interesting. During your turn, if the character facing this card is blue, this card gets plus 4k power. So you get plus 7k if it's on your turn against the blue character. So it'd be a 10-5 on your turn. That's kind of crazy. Having color counters like that. Not something I've seen before. Spring Cleaning Soda. Another rare that we haven't gotten yet. Good to see. Still no parallels in those 3 packs. So still searching for those. We have Anchor, Uni, Isabel, Easel, Aria, Anis, or Ludmilla, and then Bow Wow Climax. Whee! I just shot the cards out everywhere on accident. That's fine, we're chilling. My hands are a little bit shaky. We have a Novel, Nihilister, Drake, and then we have another Parallel Climax, Made in Valentine. I believe this is an alternate art, actually, for the Made in Valentine Climax, which is nice. We have the Noah, Guilty, Dola, and then the Scarlet Climax. Yeah, it is. It is an alternate art to the Made in Valentine. I think that tracks. It should be one. We'll see if our other 2 SRs are alternate arts or not. Seems like it's one alternate art per box. N102, Moran. Ooh. There we go. We have another parallel in this one. Parallel here is going to be SR, proceeding with the plan Rappi. This is a restand card. All of your characters in your center... Oh, never mind. If you do all of your characters in your center stage except this card, get restand. Interesting. We have Nev, Dorothy, another Ray, and our ACPU Climax. Alright, so once again, seems to be tracking with the one alternate art. We have Quincy, Exia, Delta. Ooh, here we go. Our Spring Cleaning Soda. It's our 3rd SR. Ship. Snow White. Our Climax. Alright, so that's all 3 of our parallels out. Once again, yes, it is the one alternate art to standard arts on the foils. Good to know. So commons are going to start being all dupes, dupes. Pure Love Modernia. I don't believe we've gotten this one yet. This is another burn 4 off finisher. Modernia was around when I ended up stopping, partially because I got mega unlucky with my rolls for her and just could not actually get her. Very sad. Very sad times indeed. We have Wonderland Alice. So this is the one that I was thinking of. It has the permanent aura effect. When this card's battle opponent becomes reversed, you put that character on the top of your opponent's deck. It is not just a on your turn effect, it is on both turns, which is pretty crazy. Holy. Actually, we have not gotten Pepper yet. Uncommons. Guillotine is also a new card. And Blue Water Island. Yeah. Milk, Naga, Drake, Tove, Miranda, Prima, Biscuit again for that meta standby deck. We have Jade, Ade, Query, Marciana, Banal, Rappy, Aron, Viper. He's a quite a popular character from what I can tell. Overzone with Dorothy. And then our last pack. I believe this pack should have a double rare in it, seeing as we've only gotten 2 double rares in this box so far. Signal. Here we go. Finale Noir. So this was one of the Noir Blanc combo pieces that I was thinking about. Has a climax combo where your shots get +1 damage. Which is pretty interesting. Your shots with like 2 or 3 of these on the field, you can do like 3 or 4 damage per shot, which is very hard to actually get to stick, but if you have enough shot triggers, it's actually kind of scary. Then another Rapunzel is a rare. The climax. Alright. Yeah, so it seems like my suspicions were correct in that our parallels are going to be 2 standard art, 2 foils. Yeah. All right, we are box number 4 now. Have not hit any of our SPs. Only been hitting the SRs and triple Rs. Still have that to look forward to, seeing what our super rare pulls are. It would also be quite exciting if we did not end up opening them on stream, knowing that those would be in the boxes to open with friends. Would make that more exciting too. Either way, actually having access to the cards for deck building is going to be very nice. You can run more than 1 deck at a time now. We got our Maiden Valentine going first. A little bit dehydrated again. We have Uni, Anchor, Volume, Paradise Lost Dorothy. I believe this is the first copy of this that we've gotten. So this is comboing the Overzone Climax. If there's a center stage, pay costs. If you do, this card gets +3k. Your other cards with the soul trigger icon in all zones get a shot trigger. Alright, that is interesting. Something that I might want to consider building a deck for. and Red Hood and Climax. Interesting. So a Dorothy shot deck. Okay, and 102, Morin, Julia, Neon, Anis, Nev. Noise Classic Diva. Another card that we have a PR variant of. Let's see, what does this one do? The character facing this card cannot side attack. Interesting. Here. Our Climax. No parallels quite yet. Although we're only 2 packs in. To be expected. We have Sin, Delta, Julia, Mihara, Holy, Rappy, White Rabbit Blanc, our Climax. Nothing new there. Pack number 4. Cross a Victory Event. Senti, Ether, Nihilister, Tia, the Lord Event, and then another copy of Scarlet. Still looking for that parallel variant. And then the Victory to Humanity Climax. Got Exia, Ade, Query, Sparkling Summer Anis, Rosanna, Belorta, Leona, Cherry Blossom Climax. I believe we have not pulled the associated character for that one yet. Actually, we might have. My brain might have just not processed it. We have Sugar, Novel, Cocoa. Ooh, is this the right Blanc, the one that I'm thinking of? I don't think it is. It is a double rare, though. New Masked. The Blanc that I'm thinking of is, I think it is supposed to buff. Oh, wait, no, it is. This is, it combos with. Did I in the last pack? Oh, she might be in the previous pack. Yeah, it combos with the Noir for the bonus shot damage. Alright. Marciana. Epinel. Eleg. Okay, and then we have a parallel here. We have Miracle of Makeshift Tove. So this is going to be our alternate art for this pack. Easel. Sorry, not pack, for this box. Pro. And then ACPU Climax for Poly, I think. Goddess of Victory. Event volume. Coco. We have Tricky Bomber Belorta as our parallel. Okay, so this one is also an alternate art. So it's not just one alternate art per box. It can have multiple, I think. Interesting. Okay, then we have Guilty, Golden Ship Event, Mary Bay Goddess, and Scarlet Climax. Yeah, interesting. Okay. I wonder if there are multiple parallels for certain cards, like if Balorta's parallel, if there's a standard variant as well as this alternate art variant. Let me find. I believe we pulled a copy of her somewhere. Yeah, so I wonder if there's a parallel variant of just the base art, and then there's this kind of like training sim variant of her. And if it's that way for all the characters. Unsure. But is interesting. Alright, we have Sin, Senti, Morin. We have second copy of the Red Hood, Narrow, D, another Mika Snow Buddy, and the Maiden Valentine Climax. So one more parallel in these final three packs. Here, got Naga, Drake. Oh, accidentally showed early. We have a parallel version of the base Marciana. Nice, so that's our three parallels right there. Fat Cat Yawn. Miranda. Ooh, here we go. This is a new one. AZX Brid. And then the See You Again Climax. Okay, more dupes. More dupes. 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 A lot of dupes. A lot of dupes. A rare Rappy. Miracle Snow Climax. Yeah, at this point, I think even a lot of the rares are going to start to be dupes. Dorothy, Maxwell, Marion, which is a dupe. Climax. You guys up. Amassing quite a collection of cards. Just grab all of our parallels real quick. Keep our parallels off to the side. And start stacking our other cards to keep them out of the way. Yeah. Let's start actually. I'll do all the effort of pulling out the binder sleeves. Should actually put them to use. We have yellow, green, climax, yellow, green, red, blue, yellow, green, yellow, red. Just keep them all sorted by color, just in case. Nice to for organization for later. Greens. Both of our greens so far are standards, whereas both of our reds are actually alternate arts. Interesting. And then double standard arts on our blues. And then one alternate, one standard on our climaxes. Interestingly enough, even though one of them has alternate art, one of them has just the standard art, they are still the same rarity. All right, let's get the off to. with that, we are done with 4 out of 24 boxes. A sixth of the way to completion. God, this is gonna take forever. 25 minutes, I think, on that one. On the last 2 boxes, I think, actually. Oh, hoping to get through all this before like 10 or yeah. All right, we have our going second, which is going to be the Scarlet Climax. All right, pack number 1 of box number 5. Got Delta, Anchor, Uni, Rupee, Winter Shopper. Actually, I think this is a new one. I think for double rares, we're still going to be getting quite a few new ones. Leader and Biscuit. Gonna just start sorting them into 2 piles instead of as many. Gonna end up having to sort all of these off stream anyways, so sorting them on stream doesn't really change much. We have Naga, Epinel, Query. Ooh, and this was one of the ones I was looking for. The Parallel Event Goddess of Victory. Look at that, the foil on the stained glass windows. This looks very, very nice. Big fan of that. Leader, Folkwang, crap. Dola, and then the Red Ash Climax. Not me. Tossing cards everywhere again. I don't think that happened at all for the Blue Archive openings, so they're getting shakier, I guess. Isabel, novel, Alistair. Ooh, another alternate art for case closed novel. Very cute. Piercing Red Fang, Golden Ship, and Ray. 2 events in that one, actually. That's a first. Usually it's 1 event per pack, at most. Tove, Aleg, Trigger, Signal, Maiden, Haran, Ludmilla, Bunny Climax. Yeah, Julia, Neon, Goddess of Victory in non-foil, Protection Tia, Miranda, Rima, Viper, and Pulley Climax. Got Volume, Coco, Quincy, Axia, Nev, Dorothy, Punzel, Climax, Rupee Climax. Got 1 more parallel in this box. Aside from that, Query, Marciana, Naga, Maiden, Rosanna, Neon, Blue Water Island Climax. We have Drake, Ada again, Milk, Diesel, Aria, Anis, Aquamarine Helm, Scarlet Climax, Banal, Alec, Isabel, Signal, Lorta, Oli, Spring Cleaning a Soda. About to say that's new, but it is not. We actually do already have. We have the parallel version of her. We have Laplace, Marciana, Ether. Ooh, and then another. Looks like an alternate art parallel. Start construction, Senti. Very nice. Yes, I was completely wrong about the alternate arts being one per box. Noah, Guilty, another copy of Snow White, the D Outsiders Climax. That's going to be our 3 parallels for this box. 2 alternate arts. Very nice. Okay, we have Milk, Naga, Drake, Modernia First Affection. I believe this is the first copy of this one that we're getting too. As combo, choose. Okay, so this is a early character search one. Very nice. Pepper, Rappy, and another Modernia. Very nice. Are 2 different Modernia variants. Very nice. If only she actually came to my NIKKE account, then maybe I wouldn't have dropped the game. Oh, and 102, Moran, Aron, Lord Event, Crow, Dragon of the Deep Guillotine, and Share Blossom Event. Where do we want to keep the parallels? CPU. Actually, we'll put them up here. Stack them as we go. All right, so that's box number 5. We're now on to box number 6. Okay. The wrappers be going everywhere. All right, no hits on any of the big foil cards yet. I believe on Blue Archive it was like our 4th or 5th that we hit the Hina on. That was very big. Still the most expensive card I've ever pulled. Probably the single most expensive item I've ever acquired. Outside of like, I guess like my computer and stuff would be more, but like merchandise wise, I guess is what I would be trying to say. All right, we are going second with Marion. This is number 6. But this will be a quarter of the way through. Making pretty good time, especially compared to Blue Archive. We have Sugar, Novel, Coco, Tia, D, Soline, Neon, and Climax. All right, Goddess of Victory, Senti, ether, we have our parallel here. Ooh, Vendetta Rosanna. Alternate art parallel. Set to the camera. Do that with all the parallels. Been doing that so far. Not focusing very. Yeah, very nice. Really like the alternate arts. And we have our base version right here. We have Soda and the Outsiders. Alright, it's one of our parallels. Senti, Moran, Scarlet Black Shadow. This is a new double rare. It somehow does not make me think of Scarlet at all. Looks very different from her base version. So that's quite surprising to me. Oh, and this is another new rare card. Jackal. Alright. So 2 new rare double rare cards. Quite nice. Finishing out that collection. By the end of this, for sure, we'll have at least a full playset of all the cards. Not too worried about that. Ooh, this one's also new. Innocent Days Snow White. All of your door icon triggers get a soul trigger. Interesting. And then mirror climax. Yeah, there's a lot of adding like soul triggers, adding shot triggers to the set, and that's quite interesting. You don't have those types of additions in the Blue Archive set. Uni, Anchor, Volume, Naga, Mihara, Maxwell. I believe this one's new. Resplendent Cherry Blossom Sakura. So this is going to be a Cherry Blossom of Climax combo. You return her to hand to reveal top card of your deck, and if it's a character you put into your hand. Interesting. Oh, but this when it's placed in your climax area. That's a very interesting card. Because you're not getting an attack with it when you're playing it. Alright, we got Sin, Delta, Julia. Ooh, another alternate art parallel with You Mad Bro Noah. A total Kusogaki. Alright, Folkwang, Alice, Black Rabbit Noir. Very nice. Yeah, so she adds a shot trigger to all of your climaxes when a bar climax is in your climax area. That's cool. Drake, Milk, Alice. Oh, Galorta, Diesel, Rappy, climax. Alright, one more parallel to go. Got Marciana, Epinal, LA. And another parallel. This one is also another alternate art parallel. This is the practice tool variant. The shooting range one. Very nice. Long White Rabbit. So alternate arts for all of the SRs in this box. Guillotine. Alright, so we have 4 packs with no hits now. Hopefully just finalizing our collection of rares and double rare cards. Grid. I think we would have most of the rares now. I think we might still be missing 1 or 2 of the double rares, I think. Some Modernia. Yeah, I think we'd only be missing like 1 or 2 of the double rares, and we should have everything else by now. Too lazy to actually go and count. More noise. The Nor one I definitely want to have as many copies as possible, since I'll actually be running that deck. Yeah, Miranda, Mary, and then the Sakura Climax. All right, and with that, we have 6 boxes completed, so about a quarter of the way through. Or not about, we are a quarter of the way through. We have not hit any of our SP pluses yet, but a good variety of SRs with a decent amount of alternate art SRs, which is quite nice. All right, continue on with box number 7. We have our D Outsiders going first. Card. Very nice. All right, and first pack of the second quarter of our case. Get lucky. 2, 3, nothing new, nothing new, nothing new, and noise. And nothing new. Nothing new, Jackal. We are just going to be speedrunning these now in an effort to just get through most of them. 1, 2, ooh. All right, there is a parallel behind this one. Alternate art parallel. Boom. All right, there we go. This is our first SP of this case, and it's going to be a Sakura SP. Look at that. The lighting is just really bad. Look at that. Very nice. To the side, I'll do a price check on that in just a second. And guillotine. All right, Let's do a quick price check on what our first SP hit of the case is. For the NIKKE set. Prices are probably going to be a little bit higher right now because the set is pretty new. NIKKE set. Resplendent Cherry Blossom Sakura SP is currently listing at $400, although the most recent sale was only $100. I'm assuming the 100 is probably closer to what people would be paying for this. But yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. So we got two more SPs to go in case. You need Alice. And here we have her base version to go side by side with her. She has a very sick character design as well. Really like that jacket. That jacket just hot. Nice. Still two more parallels to go in this box. Let's go Quincy, Delta, Rupee, Mihara, Maxwell, Snow White, Small Snow White. We have Moran, Julia, Neon, Tia, Anis, Nev, Mary. Mostly just dupes. Signal, Raga, Epinel, not a parallel. Another Modernia. Really, we're just looking at parallels now. I think we're... It seems like we have most of the double rares even. Free, Marciana, Epinel, Alec, Crow, Alice, Rappy, the outsiders. It probably will be more dupes also since compared to the Blue Archive set, there are less different cards. Blue Archive had, I think, 142 unique cards. This only has 112. So, dupes will be more common anyways. No parallel. All right, 3 packs. We have 2 parallels in here, so we're going to have another possible 50-50 situation on our hands, unless this one doesn't have a parallel, in which case our last 2 are going to be parallels. Is this no parallel? Our last 2 packs are going to be parallel packs. Fairness. One, two. All right. What is our parallel here? To be... Ooh, Dorothy Nostalgia. Look at that. This is a little bit spicy. All right. Rosanna, Lorda. Ooh, crap. It's knocked out of my hands again. But, and then our Sakura climax. That's a very nice full art on the Dorothy. Also a card that does get used in quite a few decks, I believe. Hillister, Drake, this one's another parallel. Which one is this going to be? We have the Boom Install L-Egg. Also another alternate art. Very nice. Kyaai, another Black Rabbit Noir. Okay, move you into our parallels pile. And then let's get a new sheet. To hold our very first NIKKE SP. Beautiful. Side. Alright. So still hit, I would say relatively early, but we're 7 boxes in on that one. So I guess it's close to the expected. You should be getting 1 every 8. So close-ish to the expected average of when you would hit. Still hoping that one of the boxes that I saved to open with friend would be a SP box. We have the Going Second Scarlet. Do we already have? We do. So this is going to be a dupe of the Going Second Scarlet. Actually, I think if I recall correctly on the site, they said they only have 22 different types of going first, going second. So we'll get 2 dupes. But since this one had the Scarlet Going Second one, hopefully that means that this box will have good luck. Although I guess it's not really good luck if our rates are guaranteed, but don't worry about it too much. Okay, our standard version of the Nostalgia Dorothy. Looking parallel, we do have a parallel. It looks like it is a base variant parallel though. Base variant parallel of Noise Classic Diva. It's fine. We have the promo variant, which has the unique art, so cool. Interesting that they have the classic Diva variant, but they don't have the base variant of Noise. At least I don't recall it being there. Another Mika Snow Buddy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't have the base variant of Noise. Alright, and is it parallel? It is not. Still nothing new. The last couple boxes leading me to believe that we've hit everything. Go. Sin, Delta, Julia, no parallel. Roddy, Diesel, Aria, Ludmilla. Atlas, Sienna, Ether, Noir, Pepper, Viper. Alright, we got an early parallel hit. Our other 2 are missing. Okay, Isabel, Signal, Milk, and then we have our parallel here. It looks like another base art parallel. Paradise Lost Dorothy. So this is the other Dorothy. This one is just a standard art though. We have the Nostalgia Dorothy. Maxwell Blanc. So two standard arts in this one. One more to go. Oh, Eleg, Sugar, Signal, Haran, Kill the Lord, Rapunzel. Corey, Marciana, Epinel, Arflex, Eleg. Okay, 50-50 parallels. Let's take the back one this time. Do we win on the 50-50 parallel bet? Yes, we do. I'm really good at that, actually, somehow. We have another. This actually is only our second copy of the Black Shadow Scarlet. Pro. Sketch. Meaning that we have, once again, a parallel in our last pack. Hopefully this one is an alternate art. Got Nihilister, Exia. And here is our parallel. It is an alternate art. This is Milk. Alternate art Milk. Another Marion. Alright, so two standards, one alternate for our parallels this time. Not too shabby. Our extra card pile is getting quite large. Okay. So this should be number 9. We're almost halfway done with today's openings. Saving a couple to be doing off stream with friends. We have the Sakura Blossom going first, which I believe is also another duplicate. Yep. Another copy of the same going first. Should clear table first. Here we go. He's out. Got one. Sugar, Signal, Naga, Epinel is our flex. Red Hood and her climax, both in the pack together. I like how these packs also have a warning that you cannot play the game with just one pack. I find that kind of funny. We have Laplace, and I believe that is not a parallel. Seeing the edge of it kind of made me think it might have been a parallel, but there was no foiling on it, so it's like, oh, yes, it must be the events then. Or I guess some of the double rares also have. Okay, do we have parallel here? Nope, no parallel. Ooh, there we go, another Scarlet. Best girl. Scarlet is best girl. I think she still is my even after looking at the new character designs, I think Scarlet might still be my favorite. Not sure, I'd have to look through it all again. All right, we have another parallel here. Ooh, okay, our second SP. So we only have one more SP in this case. It's gonna be the AZX Brid SP. Or at least I think it should be following the same case rates as Blue Archive, but since there are other rarities like the SSPs, the triple R pluses, and the secret rare pluses. Blue Archive didn't have those, so I don't know how rarity guarantees will work here. We have Yen, Miranda, Mary, and Snow. All right, let's do a close-up of this Brid. Not focusing very well. Very nice. And while we're at it, let's go do a quick price check. This one is listing at 4 listings, about 120 bucks for this one. So not quite as desirable as the Sakura one, but an SP card nonetheless. Very nice. Also our first parallel from 2, 3, 4, 6. Still 2 parallels to go. Also, we have a lot of boxes left. I still want to hopefully keep whichever one has an SP. Hopefully one of the SPs gets left aside. That is still the hope. All right, do we have parallel? No parallel. All right. Another shot. No parallel once again. Our parallels are getting left till the very end once again. We'll have 2 in the next 5. So, not the very, very end, possibly. Okay, 2 in the last 4. So we're at 50-50s now. Fifty-fifties. 2 parallel, no parallel. So we're 2 in the last 3. So the first one doesn't matter. If there is a parallel in it, then we're 50-50 on the last one. Otherwise, once again, we'll have 2 parallels back to back at the end. Let's see. Is it a parallel? It is. We got emergency signal. This is the alternate art from her burst. That does mean that we will be doing a 50-50 in our last 2. I think they're back to back. Last time we picked the back one. I think this time we go with the front one, and then the parallels in the back one is what I will guess. At least that's the guess. I was wrong this time. Parallel is in this one. Oh, there we go. It is a parallel yawn. One of my favorite characters. Hitting that feels good. Is very hot. Alright. Brid. Just the base version of Brid this time. Both of our SPs actually. In the same pack that we hit the SP variant, we also get their base variant. That's kind of interesting. And this one should not have a parallel. We do get another double rare though in the Scarlet Black Shadow. Believe we'll hit our we'll do our 10th box and then we will start moving these cards to make some space. Gotta make sure we have enough space on the table. Cards that we open. All right, box number 10. We have the Dorothy Climax going second. Okay. First pack, box number 10. And our first flex is a double rare. Pack number 2. One, two, no parallel. Yeah, we're in all dupes territory. No longer any new cards. Although we've been there for a while is what it seems like. Still surprised. I feel like there should still be like a rare or double rare that we're missing, but unsure. Unsure. Alright. Parallel, no parallel. Another double rare. Alright. 1, 2, parallel, no parallel. Base version of Yan. Still have 3 parallels in this pack left to go, or in this box left to go. Not hit a single one yet. Surprising. Barely here. Nope. Also another double rare as our flex. Good to see. Alright, well, we have 3 parallels in 6 packs left. Surely this one will be a parallel. Yep, a standard version parallel of Guillotine. Standard versions are a little bit underwhelming. It is what it is. Okay. We got 2 and 4 now. 1, 2. Parallel right here. Snow White, another standard. Parallel. Okay, that means we have 1 and 3. So if this one's empty, we will go to our 50-50s. We actually lost a 50-50 for the first time, I think, on these. Nope. All right, we hit it early. We have a crow alternate art parallel. This one looks quite nice, actually. Very cool. Brid. So no hits on our last 2 packs. See if we can get, oh, there we go, another double rare. And a rare. We got, what, 3 or 4 double rares from this box on the flex slot, which is pretty cool. Then another Scarlet. All right, so that's going to be 10 boxes. That's going to be half of what we're opening today. A little bit under half of the full case. Move boxes. Off to the side. Okay. Let's move my extra cards across the table. I have 5 of these piles. They're all about this thick. That's crazy. Too many cards. Too many cards. Well, a lot of them will be going into the binder and then my shelf. I do not. I'm actually kind of pretty. I'm looking forward to actually sorting through all of these. I don't know why. I have like a lot of fun just sorting through cards and documenting all of them. All right, now let's sort through these. We have yellow, blue, green, green, red, green, red, yellow, blue, green, green, blue, yellow. No climax parallels this time. Start here. Actually, we should do a separate one for events. Ooh, that's not good. Con. Oh, we're good. Yeah, I think we did that for Blue Archive too, where the events got their own page. We'll do that just to keep consistency. Two different Dorothys. Oops. I'm like hitting my mouse and clicking random stuff on the computer. Hopefully that doesn't break anything. So we have our blues there. We have our first standard art red. We've been doing pretty good with the reds. We have 4 alternate arts and only 1 standard art. The blues, we have 4 standard arts and 2 alternate arts. The greens, we did much better this time around. The greens, getting several parallel arts. I believe that's, yeah, 4 alternate arts and only 1 standard art. As well as one of the parallel arts being for one of my favorite characters. So that's always good. And the yellows did well as well, getting all parallels. Or sorry, all alternate arts and no standard parallels. Those are going to be our 4, then event will go under. Then we have our SPs page, 2 slots filled in, so 1 more to go if it follows the same case rate as Blue Archive. And then our climaxes. All right, 10 more boxes for today's stream. Let's get back to work. Gonna be quick with these as well, so should only be like another hour and a half-ish probably, I would imagine. And then saving some of the boxes for off stream. We have the red ash going first. All right, and let's start on box number 11. 1, 2, parallel volume. Another one of the early, what is it? 3-star. I forget how they classified them. 3-star, I think, is what it was. 3-star characters. Yeah, one of the first 3-star characters that I got. So that was pretty cool. She's also quite strong. At the start, at least, I think. Because she was a burst 1 character, and there weren't very many good ones at the time, I think. Oh, okay, we hit both of our parallels quite early this time. This one is a standard Finale Noir. Standard art, not a alternate art, but it is for a character that does see a lot of play. I think. Not as much as the meta deck, but I think would be like one of the second most relevant deck archetypes. I believe? I don't know, not 100% caught up with meta. Anyways, one more parallel for this box. All right, 1, 2, and we have our flexes, not a hit. And yeah, 1, 2, parallel or no? No parallel. Soda. All right, 1, 2, flex is not a hit. We got the Noir again. All right, 1, 2, not a parallel. It is a double rare though, so that's nice. We're aiming to hit 8, so we have enough for 2 full play sets of these cards. One, 2, no parallel. Okay, there is our meta card. Walk Training Biscuit for the Bow Wow Paradise. Really only need 2 of them though for that deck, so not as important to get a full play set of those as compared to a lot of the other meta climax combo pairings. Still got one more parallel to go in these last 3 packs now. Do we have our parallel here? No, we got Red Hood again. Meaning we are at our 50-50 point. We lost our last 50-50. It was the first time we've lost one. Is this streak going to live or come back to life, or are we going to fail once more? Take the back one. Surely our parallels aren't just stacked on the top and bottom this time. Surely. Oh, no, I was wrong. This one's a parallel. We got a parallel standard art Tia. A little bit unfortunate getting 2 standard arts in this one, but it is what it is. Let's get through this last pack with it. Move you over to the side. So 1 alternate art, 2 standard arts. So it looks like, so I was wrong about the number of alternate arts per box, but it looks like you're guaranteed at least 1 alternate art, which is nice. Compared to Blue Archive, we have also not hit very many of the events and climaxes. We've only hit a total of 3 of those. In Blue Archive, we almost end up getting a parallel copy of every single... We did get a parallel copy of every single event, and then almost all of the climaxes. Although I still do have a couple of those boxes that I need to open off stream with some friends. So maybe those off-stream boxes will fill out the roster of parallel climaxes there. Okay, we got the Beach Day going second. All right, this is box number 12. So technically the halfway point of the case. 2 and no parallel. Got 1, 2, no parallel. First. Still looking for that Scarlet SP, no parallel. Or sorry, not SP. It's actually, I wonder if that one is a secret. I think that one's just a normal SP. But I don't actually know. Alright. Our flex is not a parallel again. Our parallels for this one are stuck towards the back. Alright, first one right here. Nope. Did get a double rare though in our flex slot. Okay, 1, 2, and parallel climax here. Ooh, this one is really nice. This is an alternate art for the climax, Miracle Snow. We got the Winter Rupee and the Snow Fairy Anne. This was one of the events I did actually end up playing through. kind of depressing, but you know, those are the best stories, depressing ones. So I do like that the climaxes actually have alternate arts. The Blue Archive ones were just standard arts. When the SPs are like the same as the standard variant of the card, it's a little bit less exciting. Having the alternate art really does make a big difference. All right, parallel, no parallel. It means we got 2 parallels to go in these last 4 packs. Two, three. I went way too fast and completely forgot to build anticipation there. It's because I just knew that it wasn't a parallel, for sure. Alright, this one's going to be a parallel, probably. 1, 2. Yep, we got a parallel here. Mealtime Ade. Still not sure how to pronounce her name. A very nice alternate art. Oh, crap. I'm doing that a lot today. I don't know what's up. What is up with me today? Being very clumsy. Alright, we're gonna go rip the top one and hope that the 50-50... Hope that we win the 50-50. We've lost 2 in a row now. So, the record is not looking good. Nope. Alright. We have another standard art. Something about it just makes me think that like some of the text or something. Does it zoom? Oh, this looks like mega sketchy. Some of the text looks a lot thicker than usual. I'm not sure why. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a standard art, although it is a standard art for at least it's still a SP of a relatively popular card for actual usage in games, so. There is that at least still. Okay, well that's 3 in a row that we've lost on the 50-50 guesses on the last 2 packs. My record is unfortunately not looking too good anymore. We were on like a very big streak on getting the 50-50s correct. So I just lost the magic touch. Alright, and with that, we have officially completed half of the actual case. For the purposes of today's stream, though, we are beyond the halfway point. And we have 8 more boxes left. 8 more boxes left, and this case should have at least 1 more SP or higher card. It might have more than that. I don't know if they have 4 or if it's just 2. Another duplicate of a going second. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still 3. It could be 4, but I do not know. All right. Pack number 13. 1, 2. We have our flex is an alternate parallel art of See You Again. That spiral part pattern of the foiling looks very nice. Also 2 very nice looking ladies. Although I guess that's true for most of the characters in NIKKE. Alright, pack number 2. And another parallel, though this one's just a standard. We have the standard parallel variant of Sakura. Interesting. Alright, so this is different from the Blue Archive set, because the Blue Archive set, each card had only one parallel variant. So some cards, their only parallel variant was a signed version, but this time we have two parallel variants of Sakura. We have a standard one, and then we also have a signed version. That is very cool. I guess on the unfortunate side of things there, that means that only one of those is really worth keeping, because we have the signed version, so the non-signed version is a little bit less valuable for us. All right, 1, 2, and no parallel here. We get both versions of Noir. The dress version definitely is more my tastes than the bunny girl one. I don't know. Bunny girl outfits are not a big fan. Just not for me. No parallel. More Scarlet though. We will always take more Scarlet. Now I just gotta keep hoping for that Scarlet parallel. Okay, 1, 2, and our flex is not a hit. Another Modernia. One, two, no parallel. Alright, check again. No parallels. Darn. Where is... we have 5 more. 1 and 5. One, two, no parallel. Two, no parallel. At the very start and at the very end of our packs, once again with the parallels. Another sandwich. 1, 2, no parallel. Here we go, another parallel right here. Boom. Ooh. This is an alternate art for Snow White Innocent Days. There is a deck that I was looking into that does run this card, so that is a very nice get. Also, very nice foiling pattern on this one as well. A little spotlight explosion beams. Very cool. All right, take that. Oh yeah, once again, parallel variant and her standard variant. Both in the same box. All right. Darn, I'm really bad at these 50-50 guesses on the last 2 packs this time around. Losing all of them. I think we hit the first one, and we failed to call it properly since then. So unfortunate. I've lost my magic intuition. All right. How many more to go? 7 more to go. Really just speed running through these. At this rate, we really will be done before 10:30. Then I will go off stream to go and sort through all of these and get them all set up in the binder. Okay, another going first dupe, I believe. Yep, another going first dupe. We're gonna have a lot of dupes of these, so maybe give them away to some friends. All right, here we go. One, two, no parallel. Pack number 2. 1, 2, parallel. Parallel Dola. Also another alternate art. Very nice. It is a bar synergy card. Actually, let me read that again. If climax with bar triggers in your climax area, this card in all of your zones gets the bar in the oh. Okay. So extra blind stocks. You get an extra 0 to hand. That's a little bit dangerous though. More blind stocks often means more more opportunities for your climaxes to be taken away. Okay, double rare pack. One, two, no parallel. One, two, no parallel again. One, two, three, 4. I didn't even build anticipation for the parallel there because I surely knew that it wasn't there. That's pretty funny. All right. Let's build anticipation properly this time. Is it a parallel? No, it's not. It's just Laplace. Laplace the hero. 1, 2, parallel. No. Modernia. Alright, 2 in our last 4. I'm surely gonna lose the 50-50 again. Just because I am bad at it now. We have a parallel here. Boom. Ether in the training range. Alternate. Very nice. Right, 1 in 3. One, two. Is there a parallel? No. Another Scarlet. We love to see that. We'll take all the Scarlets I can get. 50-50. Let's pick the bottom one. I mixed them up and I don't actually remember which one is on top and which one is on the bottom. We'll just go parallel. Yep. Wow, I really suck at these 50-50s now. We have Mika Snow Buddy parallel. Standard art though, so nothing too special there. And our last pack is going to not be a hit. One, two, three, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Ending with the Scarlet Climax. Cool. Alright. 2 alternate arts there is good. Alright, 6 more. Still hoping that the SP is in the 4 that I'm setting aside. Part of me is like, it'd be cool to open on stream. Part of me is like, it'd be really fun to have it opened with friends. So I guess either way, it's a win. Always winning. Ooh, I think this... Actually, we probably already have this one. Beach Day going first. We are we are 3/4 of the way through now on today's pack opening. Right, 1, 2, parallel. Yep. Wow. Good guess on that one. Da Capo Aria parallel. And it is alternate art. Very nice. I wonder if instead of going through all these one at a time, I should just flip straight to the third, the fourth one. It's less fun that way. 2, 3. We have another anise biscuit. Yeah, doing it one at a time still seems more interesting. A little bit of extra tension. 2. No parallel. Two more left in this box. 1, 2, 3. No hit. One, two, parallel here is what it looks like. No, it's just the event with a full art. Oh, camera is out of focus again. I'm not even paying attention to that. It might have been out of focus this entire time, and I would not have even noticed. Parallel, no. I wonder if we have a full playset of all of the... We might not even have a full playset of all the double rares still. Parallel? No. For Blue Archive, I still don't actually have a full playset of all the double rares. It is in the last 3 boxes I have not opened. So once I open those, I'll have a full playset. But until then, we are stuck at only 3 copies of some of the double rares. Although thankfully it's not a double rare that I ever plan on running in a deck, really. Oh, our parallel here is a standard parallel version of Jackal. Accidentally revealed that one too early. Oops. All right. 1, 2, parallel. Nope. This is a rare, double rare though. So that 50-50. Will I lose again? 1, 2, parallel. Yes, it is a parallel. I lose the 50-50 again. I'm just like cursed. I can't win the 50-50s today. Parallel looks like a standard art version of Winter Shopper Rupee. That. Another unfortunate, only one alternate art parallel in this box. And this one's going to be a no-hit. Okay. All right. We have 5 more boxes left now. My neck is starting to get a little bit sore now, too. I'm not built for this. All right. Box. What is this? This would be number 16. Wow, we've already gone through 15 boxes. Although it's been, what, over 2.5 hours, I think? When did we start? Did we start at 7? I think we started at 7. We did. It's been almost 2 hours and 50 minutes. Another beach going first. One that we just got in the previous box. Almost been 3 hours of just opening cards. Holy. Although I guess this is going faster than Blue Archive. Blue Archive took like 3 days, I think. I was opening. 1, 2, parallel. Parallel Modernia, although it is standard. Still cute though. Very nice. Should be run in several. Actually, it should be run in the meta deck, I believe. Right? Run in one of the decks I'm building. Good. And no parallel. I still really like this Red Hood art. That full art is really nice. The dynamic pose and everything. 1, 2, parallel. Another standard art parallel of Helm. Once again, 2 standard arts. A little bit unfortunate. That should mean that our next, the last parallel in this box is guaranteed to be an alternate art now. So that is something to look forward to. Get a nice art. Law. Mika. Mika just makes me think. She just kind of makes me think of a Blue Archive character instead of like a NIKKE character. Not sure why. Just gives me more Blue Archive vibes than NIKKE vibes. Speaking of Blue Archive, they just revealed some new characters. The Shupogakis are playable now in addition to a new character, and the new character is getting a lot of attention on Twitter. No parallel. So that entire situation is quite funny. So because the Senko-san author is writing doujins now because of a certain other character, Nia, and this new character has done the same thing. No parallel. So looking forward to see what art they produce for the new character. There's like a whole Twitter thread where they're like, yeah, I won't fall for this. Like I can hold myself back on this character. And then like an hour later it's like, I have not stopped looking at this character for an hour. And it's like, oh, it's so over. No parallel. Yeah. Blue Archive does things to people, you know? Has completely corrupted this extremely wholesome author or illustrator. 1, 2, parallel. Wow, actually this is the first box where we've had 3 standard art parallels. So it is possible to get 3 standard art parallels. I guess we've been pretty lucky so far then that we've had at least 1 alternate art parallel in every single one of our packs so far. Yeah, that means that the rest of these are going to be no hits. Exia. Another one of the characters that is very much my type of character. The whole gamer girl vibes. Very big on that. Or was very big on that. Probably not so much anymore. My tastes have been corrupted, is what I would say. So these latter half of our pack openings have been a little bit rough. Getting a lot more of these standard arts. Also, both of our SP hits came in the first half of today's opening. Although I guess since one of them was in the last 2 of the first half. No, yeah, that would still make it first half of our box openings. Interesting. I think Blue Archive was similar, where we hit a lot of... Here we go. Our going second card. We hit a lot of our SPs early. Like we hit the Hina early. We hit the Mashiro pretty early, I think. And then the Noah was quit pretty late, but the other 2 came quite early. So maybe a similar situation here. Alright, Neon, Vent, Volume, no parallel. Sakura. Sakura, whose 2 parallel variants I've already gotten. Pretty sure there wouldn't be a third. I actually don't know who the secret rare characters are. Okay, we have the parallel version of Victory to Humanity, although it is same as the standard art. Another standard art parallel. Unfortunate. Although I think the climaxes would only have 1 alternate art variant. Actually... Huh. Because the triple rares in my experience with the Blue Archive set would only refer to climaxes. The triple R plus, I would imagine, would be climaxes only, so that might be a signed version of the climaxes? Not actually sure. Unlikely to get one. I'll probably look it up later to see how that one... do I really care though? Not like I'd be pulling any more packs, so I don't think the rarity would actually really matter. Guess it might be good to know for when I do open the Gakuen Idolmaster cards. That one is going to be also pretty exciting since there's the chance, not actually going to happen, but there's a chance for the serial rares. I am never going to get a serial rare. Just chances are so astronomically low for it to happen, and there's no way I'd ever buy one, so unlikely to happen. If I do get one, that would be crazy, but then I'd probably sell it to recoup some the cost of getting all of these cards. Or I'd like have to find a way to frame it and get on the wall or something. Parallel? No parallel. Wow, okay. So we're gonna hit our parallels quite late. We hit one early one and then ooh, sorry. One early one and then we have two in our last 3 packs. Two, yep, here we go. Parallel right here. We have CIWS Anchor. Ooh, this one has some nice, like a dot spiraling, a foiling. This is our Azure Lane character. All right, and knowing me, this top one's going to be the parallel because I can't win the 50-50s right now. 1, 2. Oh, I've done it. I have the magic touch back. We've saved it for the last pack. Parallel pack. This will be big. Is this going to be our SP plus pack or is this just going to be an SR? I hope it's just an SR. Gotta really build that anticipation. 1, 2. It is an alternate art parallel at least. Penetrating Stare Query. That is a very nice art. Very nice alternate art. And also, not an SP. So we get to build up some extra anticipation there. We have 3 more boxes that we're opening today. It'll either be in one of those 3 or the 4 that we're saving, hopefully. Either way, it'll be cinema for me. All right. 3 more left. We have the pulley going second. Very nice. The pulley. Let me move these aside again. And first pack. 1, 2, parallel, no parallel. Dog. Biscuit. I haven't had a biscuit in a while. 1, 2, parallel. Climax parallel. Overzone, we have an alternate art parallel. With Scarlet in it. That's our first Scarlet parallel. Very nice. We love our girl Scarlet. Scarlet and Diesel, the reason why I started playing NIKKE. And then Modernia, the reason why I quit NIKKE. I wouldn't say she's actually the reason I quit. I was already like not super invested leading up into her event thing, but then not being able to pull her was the straw that broke the camel's back. Unfortunately. Unfortunately, although I think, you know, in the end it might have been a good thing. I stopped playing as many gotchas, which is probably healthier for me overall, but now I'm like, I'm too far behind to want to start playing again. But some of the new stuff does look quite interesting. Like some of the new characters, like Dorothy, or like very nice character designs, and I would consider playing just for that, but I can't. I can't. I'm already playing too many gotcha games. I gotta stop. Parallel? No parallel. Still like playing like what, like 6, 7. I guess now I'm technically playing 8 gotcha games. Too many gotcha games. I gotta chill. I say, but I won't chill. I will continue to play too many gotcha games and at least I'm like not too invested in most of them, so it's working out okay. Parallel. Standard art parallel. Ooh, no, it is a alternate art parallel of Mihara. He's also another one of the launch characters. That was pretty interesting. Yeah, now that I'm like more relaxed on a lot of the gotcha games outside of like HSR, I play pretty regularly just because I'm streaming that. But the other ones I'm pretty relaxed on now, so that's been nice. Parallel Red Hood. Unfortunately, another standard art, but seeing as we hit 2 alternate arts in this box, pretty happy with that. Also, that means somewhere in our last 6 boxes is another signed rare. And that is building up so much anticipation, and my stomach is going to blow up from that. I'm not good with this. I'm stressed. Oh, hey, we have the standard version of Red Hood. Look, they can be side by side. I can actually use this to show off a little bit of the foiling. So the double rares have like the standard like triangle kind of foiling, and then the SRs have the nice full foiling. Also, I'm pretty sure I'm not crazy. The SRs have slightly thicker text. The text is slightly bolder than on the standard variant. So now that I actually have them side by side, I can actually like, it's very visible. So I know that I'm not just tripping. All right. Our last 2 packs for stream. Will our last 2 packs for stream have our last SP Plus card? And if it does, will it just be an SP or will it be a secret rare? SP Plus. Find out on the next episode of Eating My Gotcha Addiction. All right. Our last 2 boxes that we're opening on stream. One, 2. War. Oh, sorting through all this stuff later is going to take so long. I don't know. I've been having like a lot of fun like doing like document stuff. Parallel, pulley. Standard art though. Unfortunate. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun just making spreadsheet stuff. Which is interesting. Not something I would have thought would like be so fun, especially back when like I was in like elementary school, middle school, like having to document things like such a pain. But now I'm like, it's kind of fun. But kind of fun, I mean like it's like the most fun I have every day. Although it could also be because it's not work and I'm doing it for hobbies. That could be some of it. Things are always more fun when you don't actually have to do it for work and you can just do it on your own time for fun. 1, 2, parallel, no parallel. Okay, we're gonna go late parallels again in this box. Building up anticipation even more on whether or not there will be the SP. Parallel, no parallel. Oh, I can feel the butterflies in my stomach. It's actually kind of making me feel a little bit sick. No parallel. Or normal pulley. The standard art parallel versions of like uncommon and common cards are actually like kind of nice because their base variants are not foil, but standard parallel versions for like the Red Hood one, where it's like the standard version already has some foiling on it, does kind of a little bit disappointing, but it is what it is. It's how it goes sometimes. All right, 2 parallels, last 3 packs. This one's going to be a parallel for sure. Sugar. Standard art version. Okay. Surely this one will be a non-parallel pack, and we'll save the parallel pack for the last one. 2. I was right. I am so good at this again. We're back on our hot streak after getting like what, like 6 or 7 missed calls in a row. Parallel. 1, 2. SP parallel or just SR? Give me just an SR. It is just an alternate art version of the level 0 Alice. Very nice. Okay, so our next box is our last chance to hit an SP on stream. And we have at least one more guaranteed SP or higher card left. So, the big question, is it in this box? Very last box of the case. What would be really, really nice is if we pull 2 of the parallels that are not SPs early, and then it's our last pack is our guaranteed parallel, and that would be cinema. All right, we have the bunny girls going second. This is a very nice art. Type of art that you could not show to your friends in public. All right, pack one of our last box. Two, no parallel. I'm so nervous. Funnily enough, I took the 4 boxes that I'm opening with to open with friends. I took those from the top. So if this last box doesn't actually have an SP or higher in it, that means that all of the SPs were in the top of this box, which would be quite fascinating. Be like the one time where it should have been like, oh, I should have just bought few boxes instead of a whole case, and then I just would have gotten lucky. Although that type of gambling is never good. Buying single cases is almost never a good idea, unless you know for sure that a case is a hit because like you saw the store open the case and you saw people opening the other boxes. Anyways, all right, we have a parallel right here. It looks like an alternate art parallel. It is not an SP. This is the Kotodama Power of Words Maiden, which is her burst art. We are still in business. We still have that signature card somewhere in these packs. It could still be here. Still nervous as hell. No parallel here. Oh, we are really putting it off towards the end. Oh, I'm totally gonna throw up. Oh, you love to see it. 1, 2, no parallel. One, two, three. Okay, we are really saving the parallels till the very end. Holy. One. Oh. Well, I already saw what this one was. We have the triple rare parallel for Blue Water Island. Look at that. Alternate art as well. Very nice. Okay. So if the last parallel in this box is not the SP, that means that one of the 4 that I'm opening with friends will have an SP in it, and I think that will be quite exciting for them. So last time I opened boxes with them, and the future boxes I'll be opening with friends off stream, since I already pulled all of the SP from the Blue Archive boxes, there was no chance of high rarity there, so it's not quite as exciting. Okay. Is the parallel in this one? It is not. It's really the last pack has the parallel, and it could be our signature one. Oh my god. All right. Here we go. One, two, and we have our parallel right behind this one, and is it our signed card? It is an alternate art at the very least. It is the yellow event, the golden ship event, meaning that the signed card is for sure in one of the packs I'm opening with friends. Wow. That is exciting. And right after we get the non-foil variant. Very nice. Oh, that's big. All right. And with that, We have completed all of our pack openings. Ugh. Let's get all of these sorted into our leaves, and then we do that. We'll do a quick overview of our big hits for the day. Green, blue, red, blue, yellow, green, green, red, yellow, blue, blue. Climax. Red, blue, climax, red, green, yellow. Okay, yellow. Unfortunately, mostly standard arts this time around. So we have 12 yellow character parallels. Very nice. Green seems like we did get... seems like it's like a 50-50 on standard and alternate art. Anything, I think we maybe got one more alternate art than we did standard art. I'm not sure. We have 14 green parallel characters. Looks like we have 12 parallel red characters. Yep, 12 parallel reds. Blues. Fewer of the parallel blues. Looks like we only have 11 of them. And then for the events, we only hit 2 parallel events. Still missing 2 of them. And climaxes, we have 7 is what it looks like. Seven, with only 2 of them being their standard art. We have 5 alternate art parallels. All right, so the climaxes, parallel climaxes, very nice. We have our 2 parallel events. For parallel blue characters, I think the biggest ones for me are going to be really like this alternate art Dorothy and the alternate art Snow White Innocent Days. Both those are pretty nice. Big fan of those. And for our reds, let's see my favorite reds. Probably the Fair and Square Morin one would be my favorite of the parallel reds. The Rosanna one is also pretty good. For greens, we got Yan, Best Girl Yan for the greens. All of the alternate art ones are pretty good. Like the Milk and Dola ones are pretty nice. Maiden one is pretty nice, but definitely Yan is still my favorite. And then for yellow, classic Blue Archive player right here. Probably gonna be the Anchor as my favorite alternate art. That the Drake one is also pretty cool though. I do like that Drake art. And then for our two SP hits, we have Brid and we have Sakura. The Sakura one is definitely one of my favorites. She's just like her character design is just so cool. So yeah, those are our big hits for the day. The trial deck didn't hit anything particularly special, and the only other big thing that we have would be our binder. Would be the PR parallels that we got, which honestly, I'm a sucker for these ones. They're pretty good. If you look at the angles. Honestly, better than the standard art versions of the SRs. So, pretty happy with those. But yeah, that is going to do it for today. Stream. I'm going to end stream here and then go and sort out. I have all these stacks of cards I need to go and sort and do documentation for to figure out what I have to sell and stuff. Yeah, thanks for tuning in for today's stream, guys. It was a great time. I should be back on Friday would probably be when I'm streaming next. I am going to be busy tomorrow. I'm getting some Omega Strikers coaching by some professional players. So that's pretty exciting. And then I'll be out for Weiss on Thursday. So yeah, should be back on Friday. If not Friday, probably Saturday. Not 100% sure. We'll be back at some point. And then next week, I will be going on vacation and we won't be back for a little bit. And then once we get back, we should at the end of May, probably beginning of June, we'll be getting the Gakuen Idolmaster set release. So we'll be doing those card openings probably on stream. I might just do it off stream. Not sure. But yeah, that's going to do it for today's stream. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye-bye.